Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, not too much. Welcome back. Hope you're feeling a little bit better.
Just a bit. Haven't
Just a
died,
bit.
so
You haven't died. That is good. That is good.
yeah. For those who don't know, I was a little sick for a while. I'm just still recovering. So my voice is a little hoarse. Hopefully, it's not too bad.
Now you sound all right.
All right.
A little touch worse for wear than usual, but you sound all right. You sound pretty good. You sound better than you did last week.
Yeah. So welcome back to episode 33. Is it
Yeah, I believe so.
33? This CLG
33.
Faithful podcast. And I'd love to say that we've got a explosive and completely full episode of things today, but we don't.
Well, nope. So this weekend there was some Smash Bros. A little bit.
Nothing even competitive either. It's just some fun.
No, it was more of a fun thing. It was a charity event, to raise money for Extra Life for Kids. So, it was. I can't remember. I believe this actually counted towards their ranking.
Wait,
So this
seriously?
actually was like a ranked event. So that is the reason why a lot of the big names didn't show up for it, is because they didn't want to have this potential, just because they were doing a bunch of donation incentive stuff, which we'll get a hold of. We'll mention it when the good stuff happened. But there was donation incentive as well. Every map was available. So yes, that means they can play Duck Hunt. They can play On at Town. Maps that you haven't seen in freaking forever, because most of the competitive scenes, they just don't pick those maps.
All right, so let's get right into
Yeah.
it. So how does our
We can get
boy
right into
VoiD
it.
do in Melee?
Yes, you heard that right. VoiD did play some Melee. He signed up for the Melee tournament. It's funny because as I was writing this up, I read up a bit that they actually ended up shifting the Melee tournament schedule around because it was overlapping too much with other events that a lot of the people were in. So it was a little odd. But VoiD played some Melee. The pools were also round robin based, so it wasn't just like 2 losses and you're knocked out. It was kind of a you were based off your overall score of the pools round. So first up was Fiction, who just didn't show up. Then came Church, who beat VoiD 2-0. HRC Typo then also beat VoiD 2-0. Clammy Daniel, however, was VoiD's first win, where he beat him 2-0. VoiD then lost to Adley 0-2. Embrace the 12 was after that, who was disqualified. Techie was his last pool's opponent, who VoiD beat 2-1. This meant that VoiD came out of pools 4-3, which actually put him in the winner's side of the bracket. His first match in winners was against Spark, who beat VoiD 2-0. His next opponent was PB&J, the delicious sandwich. But he didn't show up, so he was disqualified. Then, against Nice Climbers, VoiD ended up losing 0-2, putting him in 33rd spot. I mean, for someone who I don't think I've seen VoiD in a long time competitively play Melee, so I'm not sure if he was just doing it for fun because, it's a charity event, why not? But yeah, I mean, he didn't fare too badly. 4-3.
Hold on now.
Well, okay, technically he went 2-3. He didn't actually have to play
Right,
2 games.
So he goes what? So it's 4-3 in pools. Then he loses to Sparks 4-4. Beats PB&J, so 5-4, and then loses to Nice Climbers. So 5-5, of which three of his victories were disqualifications. So he goes 2-5.
He went 2-5, pretty much. Not the best showing, but it wasn't streamed or anything, so you can't really tell. But I have a feeling VoiD was just having fun.
Yeah, I watch Asphalt do it. I think I can beat him.
I think I can beat him, right? I learned from SFAT. He's the best, right? So let's try. Let's try.
Reminds me back when I was when I was a little bit younger and I was playing Melee a lot, and then how you're always. You can be the best in your friend group, so you think you're hot shit, and then you go out to even a small tournament, and then you just get completely wrecked.
completely wrecked.
Because you go and you watch what people are doing online, and then you're like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? I could beat them.
Yeah. And it's like, well, they're watching you play. Like, they're watching how you play as opposed to watching themselves and reacting to what you're doing. Whereas you've been training against your friends who probably suck, like, really, really bad. And then you just get completely crushed.
Yep.
Yeah. That kind of is how my significant other, she loves playing, what is it called? Puyo Puyo Tetris on her Switch. And so, you know, whenever we group up as a bunch of people and we play Puyo Puyo Tetris, like as a 4-person, couch co-op game, she always schools us pretty hard. We were at PAX and we were at a meeting, we were at one of the panels, the Final Fantasy 14 one. And these other people saw her playing, so they asked her, like, hey, do you want to play? So they were playing on competitively a little bit. And this one guy was basically just like, he was clearly a very well-schooled individual in Puyo Puyo Tetris because he was pulling off some pretty crazy moves and beat the living crap out of everyone. It was fantastic to watch.
It's always a little unfair whenever you have one person who's so clearly above everyone else.
Exactly.
Actually,
that's how I feel.
So I used to run a lot of tournaments when I was in college. And I remember one time we ran a Rocket League tournament, and one person was actually a semi-pro. So he completely wrecked everyone, and we had no idea he was a semi-pro. So the question we had was, is it really fair to everyone else that this one person is going to come in and just demolish everyone and then win the prize that we had?
Oh, I mean...
so whenever we ran Smash, it was always a little different, especially in fighting games in general. Because if you entered those were usually money matches, and the fighting scene, is a little more accepting of money matches, things like that. But when you run something a little more casual, like
the
Rocket
casual
League,
ones where you have like a prize, it's a little questionable. I mean, it's nice to have them in there, but I think when it comes down to it, if you're like a semi-pro or a pro and you're going into a casual event where there's a prize or something like that, maybe like, you know what, play like you normally would, but then when it gets to the grand finals, be like, okay, look, I'll let you two, like, I'll let second and third place play or something like that because I schooled everyone else. Yeah, they can play for the prize.
Because the question, you don't want to tell no to someone. They have every right to enter, but then it's just, as a tournament organizer, you feel bad because you know it's going to ruin the experience for everyone else.
Exactly. It's like, everyone else is going to just not want it, and are they going to show up next time? Like, if they see this guy has registered for the event, are they going to show? But, whatever. Let's talk about Wii U.
Well, before we get there, you just reminded me of whenever. So I ran a ton of league tournaments, and we get some interesting mismatch of teams.
Oh, I bet.
So what we tried to do is various captain's drafts where you have to draft people. So you're trying to get the highest rank for whatever, and then you make your way down to all the bronze players and fun things like that.
Yep.
Some of those tournaments became really fun to cast.
I can imagine, because you'll have someone who is like your high platinum or something.
Plats. We had one or two challengers come in. It's like, okay.
Oh, man. So you have the challenger. He's obviously playing either the AD carry or the mid, depending on whatever role is currently the carriest.
We usually had those people. They would usually be pretty good sports about it, and they do fun trolley builds and whatnot.
Oh yeah, they'd pick I'm gonna play Teemo support or something stupid like that, and just troll the living heck out if they somehow won, which they probably did. You have things
like AD LeBlanc and whatnot, so it was fun. All right, let's go into Wii U.
I can imagine. Yeah, so let's move right into Wii U. Yep. So I mean, VoiD play on Wii U. Nakat, I will mention that he did sign up for the tournament, but then did drop out before it started. Unfortunately, this means that there is no Wii U doubles for VoiD Cat. So it is just Wii U singles with VoiD. Now, right into the pool stage, VoiD kind of showed how how much more dominant he is in Wii U. He 2-0s Admiral Funk, Halquery, Q Maru, Iggy, Technikyle, Stellar Stealth, what a name to say, didn't actually show up, and he's 2-0s as well, Electric Soldier. Mm-hmm. This means that VoiD gets to start his bracket stage in the winner's side, of course, where he faced off against Triton. Nothing crazy in this matchup, just a pretty slick 2-0 by VoiD playing Fox. Next up was Masamune, who VoiD handily beat 2-0. Deku was next, who was playing Diddy Kong, and this was actually a pretty fantastic match to watch. Deku consistently played Diddy Kong, but we'll just tell you exactly what happened here. VoiD starts off by picking Zero Suit Samus, something that he had kind of mentioned before that he was working on, but he didn't feel comfortable playing it competitively. So he pulls it out here and we get to show it off. And boy, did he ever do it. He took the first match against Deku as Zero Suit Samus. Pretty handedly too. It was a little close because he kind of like went all ham, got Diddy Kong to like 120%, loses his stock, takes him out like super confidently. He's just like, look, you can't hit me. I'm going to take you out now. Boom, done. And then the next stock, he did the exact same thing, but he ended up finishing the stock instead of Diddy. Now, the next round, Twitch chat was, because the players could actually see Twitch chat, were chanting for VoiD to play Roy. And VoiD decided to oblige. Alas, Deku did beat VoiD and taking it to a 1-1. Round 3, VoiD decided to play that Pocket Mewtwo he has. Apparently, VoiD is an amazing Pocket Mewtwo player because he 2-stocked Deku, taking it up 2-1. Round 4, VoiD played Fox. Yep, that's 4 different characters now this match. Fox did end up going down to the Diddy, though, making it 2-2. Round 5, though, VoiD pulls out the Sheik for the finale and handily beat down Deku to take the series 3-2. Next up was Aardvark, and this wasn't as crazy of a series, and so I'll just run you down the matchups as follows. Match 1 was Sheik vs Villager. Map 2 was Mewtwo vs Marth. Match 3 was Roy vs Morton. And then the finale where VoiD wins 3-1. Match 4 was Captain Falcon versus Captain Falcon.
I'm going to take a guess that he lost his Roy matchup.
Yeah, he did. It was an interesting one. VoiD on Roy, it was interesting to watch him play because he plays Roy a lot like he plays Sheik in Zero Suit Samus, where he's very he likes to play him off stage and kind of try and get the executes while they're attempting to recover. And I don't think, like, I'm no Melee or Wii U expert, but I don't think Roy has the best. He clearly doesn't have the timings down on Roy for his attacks, because there was multiple times where, and in the previous round against Deku, VoiD actually on Roy rage quit because he messed up. He's like, nope, you guys didn't see that happen. I just offstaged myself trying to kill him. Nope, that did not happen. I lose. But yeah, in the end, VoiD did beat Aardvark 3-1. Into the winner's semifinals versus Esam, who VoiD on Zero Suit Samus beat 3-2 in a pretty close match. Into the grand finals, though, Esam was back. Round 1 was normal, and VoiD took it 1-0. Round 2 and 3 went to Esam. Round 4, a donation got them to play a Zelda mirror. VoiD, who audibly was telling the casters that he had never played Zelda, and as the match started, VoiD gave the casters, he stared directly at the casters the entire match with are you serious face look.
The first talk, he just self-destructs, and then he just stares.
Yeah. He just self-destructs, and the caster's like, what? And then he just stares at the casters for the rest of the match. Not even looking at the screen. He just stands there, lets Esam take the stock, as Esam just kind of laughs a little bit. So that basically means that Esam got the bracket reset. Because Esam was coming up from the losers, he has to beat VoiD 2 times. Grand finals, no more donation incentives. Sheik versus Pikachu, best of 5. It goes all the way, and in the end, VoiD takes it to win 3-2. Yes, that means VoiD takes it first place.
I like how during the the Zelda mirror match, on one of the stages, he tries for about 10 seconds, is getting completely wrecked. He's like, no, screw this. I'm done.
So the first round that VoiD just stared at the casters, they were like, okay, let's redo that. That wasn't fair, VoiD. And so VoiD just kind of like, he's like, okay, whatever. He tries and then gets beaten. And Esam had taken maybe 35% damage, and he's got 2 stocks left. VoiD just looked at the casters. He stood up. He's like, I've had enough of this Zelda crap. He was definitely a little salty, but in the end, VoiD had a smile on his face, and he had a good time. And the best part was that I guess the organizers for the tournament didn't expect Esam to make it to the grand finals, because Esam was scheduled to interview the grand final winner. So Esam went up and interviewed VoiD, who had just beat him in the grand finals. In the end, the event was fantastic. They raised over $25,000 for the Smash the Record, for the Extra Life for Kids Foundation, going to the St. Jude charity, the St. What is it? It's the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Yeah. So they raised over $25,000 for them. Fantastic. Everyone got a little bit of a laugh. Maybe a little bit at the expense of VoiD, but in the end, VoiD did get his revenge, getting first place in the event.
So I like how earlier you called one of the characters Morton. I was like, Morton?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I had to actually look that up real quick because I didn't know.
Yes, Morton
it's
is
the palette
actually...
swap of Bowser Jr.
Yes, it's not just a palette swap. Morton is actually in the game. I believe in... he's Super Mario Bros. 3.
Mario Bros?
Super Mario Boys 3. I believe Morton is I think he's the World 1-1 boss. Or he's the World 1 boss, yeah. I believe so. I believe that is Morton. It has been a long, long time. But the Bowser kids didn't actually get... names, because there's a bunch of them. There's Bowser Jr. and then there's just a whole bunch of other ones that they gave names, kind of like
there's Bowser Jr. and then
afterwards.
There's the rest. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, then there's the rest, basically. So I mean, that's about it. There wasn't a whole lot of CLG stuff this weekend, or this week in general. Actually, there was no CS:GO. There was no League, unfortunately.
Way to rub that one in.
Yeah. And I guess there was a little bit of news. What happened in Overwatch?
Oh, yeah, Overwatch. That's
right?
Factually a thing.
That is factually a thing. We think.
So apparently Coach Cuddles is now on Immortals. Okay, I guess Immortals just
as of this morning.
Picking up everything.
This morning. Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't even say this morning. As of 2 hours ago, it was announced. We happened to... You ended up hearing about it, and I clicked on Coach Cuddle's Twitter link from the CLG subreddit, and I click, and I'm like, oh, yeah, 2 hours ago, he tweeted out that he's
there's
going
not
to
even
Immortals.
a CLG post about it.
No, not yet. I mean, there is on the subreddit. There's not that links to that tweet, but it's not by an official CLG account.
Nope.
So it's just like a player or another person who just saw it and tweeted it.
But
so
he's already updated his profile and everything. So
yeah, Twitter's
and the other
updated.
thing is, okay, this subreddit is really starting to piss me off now.
Yeah, you guys are getting a little salty over there, and just like the amount of shit posting.
It's not even good shit. It's not even good shit posting. It's just shit
low
posting.
effort. It's shitty shit posting. Yeah, cut it out.
Is being like time to forgive Double Lift? Is Worlds even worth it?
Is LCS worth it?
This is dumb.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, jeez, man, it's only been 20 minutes.
And then there's all of the. I don't even know what to say, man. Some of these posts are just super dumb.
They're pretty dumb. You guys need to get your shit together, boys. Come on.
Then there was the one that was talking about why do you guys hate TSM? You should not hate TSM. But then the account was a brand new, just made Immortals fan account. It's like,
oh man,
no, this is dumb. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. I mean, it's basically just like one of those things. Is like, yeah, like what are you doing? Come on, peoples. It's kind of like if you have no faith, why are you even here? There we go. We're just gonna drop the hotshot GG bombs.
Oh yeah, then there's the hotshot doesn't care about CLG, and then management doesn't care about winning. I was like, man, I hate the subreddit sometimes.
Yeah. Oh well.
On the other hand, there is the CLG Star Guardians comic.
Oh yeah, this Star Guardian comic. It's actually, I got a chuckle out of it. And apparently they're going to be posting one every week. I believe it's going to, or sorry, they're posting one every day this week, and then they will be posting comics weekly. Sorry, that's what they said about a lot of things. Their podcast. Check it out. It's on Facebook. They'll be posting it through the newsletter first, and then the next day they will be posting them on the Facebook page. But this one was a good chuckle. I liked it. It was good chuckle.
I give it 4 weeks tops.
Yeah, tops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they probably have about 4 weeks worth of content ready to go, and then they'll run out of content pre-made. I don't know. We love you, CLG, but you guys tell us a lot, and then you don't end up delivering at all. Oh well. All right, guys. Well, this has been the CLG Faithful Podcast. We are a weekly podcast, and we go over all things CLG. If you enjoy what we do, please do take a few minutes to follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, or give us a rating on iTunes and Google Play. And we do love getting feedback, so you can send us your thoughts over at clgfaithful@gmail.com, and we will respond.
No, seriously, send us something, because I don't think we have anything next week.
Yeah, we have. There's one match of CSGO next week, guys. It's a best of one against Immortals. Please send us something to talk about. All right, guys. This has been Artrin.
This has been Nefarious.
Peace out, guys.
Yeah, I guess we're signing off. Thanks for listening.